Coming up next, Volvo's V60. It's a wagon. Hey guys, Mark Savage here with Savage on Wheels. You're not going to believe this, but look at how long this roof is on this thing. Oh,
and it's not tall either.
It's not tall. I'm taller than this car, and
which
that's
is saying a lot. Almost never happens.
Almost never happens. Sleek looking wagon. Yes, a station wagon, but from Volvo, who's known for their wagons over the years. Obviously, they have other things now, SUVs and so forth. But this is one heck of a good-looking wagon. Sleek. Got this real shiny white paint job.
Yeah, like pearlescent, yeah.
Pearlescent, that's cool. Thin lights, I like that. And, you know, all sorts of sensors all around so that it knows everything. And Polestar engineered. You know why? Because this one is a plug-in hybrid. And so if we have the plug-in at home, I can plug that in there overnight, getting about 35 to 40 miles per gallon, or per charge.
Per charge.
Whoops, there we go. Anyway, cool looking gold calipers on this. We got Brembo brakes. It's sporty, it's fast.
And
fancy, look at that.
Yeah.
Fancy caps for the, and hey, a power trunklet, just like you got an SUV or a crossover, right? A lot of room in here. A little bit of storage. You could probably slide a few things underneath there, but lots of room that way. A pass-through, because European cars like to have pass-throughs because they're going skiing all the time, right?
Yeah.
Right that through.
Does it fold down too?
Yeah, yes, you can fold the seat down. And we got a, that's the only
cover.
Only extra on this thing. $380 for that.
Okay.
Which, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's the only add-on, so that's good. It's all standard, and I still like the cool kind of vertical lights here. I know Cadillac does a little bit with that too, but that looks sharp. And it's white, and we're here in fall in Wisconsin. Paul, the bugs love white.
All over it.
And they just crawl all over it, but you know, once you get going, they fly away.
Yeah.
So let's take a look inside, and then we'll show you how fast this thing will go. So Paul, I just want to show you a little bit of the inside before I crawl in. Super seats, really nice
lumbars,
lumbar supports and side supports for your back. We got, of course, all the power things over here, and I can power this out so that if I was a tall guy, helps give me a little more leg support. Anyway, good looking interior, nothing real fancy, a little bit of gray trim here, except we got these kind of bright orange seat belts.
Copper or bronze to go with the calipers?
Yeah, they sort of match those calipers, so it gives it a little bit of color. I mean, you might like a different color. I don't know if you can order something special that way or not. Let me shut this. Since it's electric, of course, this is still the Volvo kind of weirdness. Put the little starting thing in the middle there. So, take that out. Yeah, one thing, no flat charger for me to lay my phone in, right? There's places here we can plug in.
But this doesn't go any bigger than this?
No.
That's not very useful.
Not very useful. That's not great. Obviously, a good sized screen, vertical, which isn't too bad. I don't need anything bigger than that, Paul.
No.
And you know, the good news is that you can see things pretty readily on here. I'm going to do a map just so we can see. You know, map looks good, right? But you gotta keep punching all these buttons to try and get into anything here. Radio, of course. That's not that hard. We can scroll up and down, do whatever. But here's the thing that bothers me, is that if I'm going to adjust almost anything on the car, performance-wise, got to hit this little thing, which wouldn't be too hard. But oh, whoa! Look at all this stuff I can choose from: driving, sound, connectivity, controls, profiles, privacy, Google, system. You know.
Not going to do that while you're driving.
Not going to do all that while you're driving, but here's driving, and that's where you think, okay, I would like to probably hit that. Have hybrid, because this is a hybrid. You can run on that, and it runs on either gas or electric. Polestar, which is all electric and gives you extra juice, kind of like the insane button on Tesla. Pure, which is, you can have it start in pure, which is all electric. And then you can also go with constant all-wheel drive. There's a number of other things you can do here. Here's the one I don't quite get. Auto battery, get that. It's going to get whatever it thinks is right.
Right.
Hold makes sense. I've done that so I could drive to your house and show you. I still got 31 miles of charge.
Okay.
Started at 36 today. And then there's the charge button, and I'm not sure what the charge button does. I've tried running it in both hold and charge. It actually seems to add another mile or two per gallon or per charge here as I'm driving in hold. So I've left it in hold most of the time, although we'll put it in auto now because we want to fire it up on the highway here in electric. Now here's the other thing. This is a pretty pricey car. You got a button here to press for your heated seats. I can go 3 levels on heat. Over here, 3 levels on heat, or the steering wheel. That's nice. Where's the cool? There's no cooled seat.
Oh.
I don't quite get that for a pricey luxury car.
Sure.
Overhead, all you got to do is slide this little button here, little thing. Look at this. It goes all the way back. This is a monster sunroof in this thing.
I like monster sunroofs.
So that's kind of cool. And obviously the front one will open. I can punch that again and it goes down. Other than that, you know, it's a nice interior. I, of course, would always like the flat bottom wheel, but it's, you know, this thing handles great. And you got every button you could possibly need. This is the only problem, not the size, not the readability, but
usability.
Usability, and yeah, and there's so many things you can actually hit, and it will go. Let me go back to here. Some of these, you go down several of those, I can hit a creep. Steering wheel, I can firm it up. It's already firmed. And actually turning it off, it was still pretty firm. I left it that way because it feels nice. It feels sporty this way. Of course, the crystal shifter, which everybody seems to be going with these days if it's anything over $50,000. So, you know, we'll take this out on the highway. I'm going to put it into that Polestar mode. Polestar being the electric version for all the Volvos. That's their brand that they're doing for the electrics. So it's a fun car. We're going to take it out and have a little fun on the highway. Okay, Paul, we're heading onto the highway on Polestar mode, and that gives you maximum electric and gas power.
Wow. Oh, that would have done easily a buck.
That was easy.
We hadn't had the Pokey Jeep in front of it.
Come on, Pokey Jeep, get on the highway here. Come on. Most people get on at least 60. I mean, you know, come on. This has 455 horsepower, Paul. That's a pretty good amount.
For a station wagon.
Yeah, for a station wagon. And 523 foot-pounds or pound-feet of torque. Right? That's a lot. And you know what we're starting to see is anything with electric power has somewhere between 450 and 600 horsepower. Because you're adding that to whatever the gas engine is. And even some of the all-electrics are up there in that 600 to 800 horsepower. So horsepower, not a problem with an electric, and obviously with a plug-in hybrid like this, you get both the gas power, which this has a 2-liter turbo, along with then 2 electric motors. So it'll get you right up to power, all-wheel drive, and I mean, I always try to show you on the highway here, this has real stiff, precise handling. I would say on the par with a BMW or maybe, I don't know what. Lexus, maybe. Yeah, no, Lexus isn't always so sporty, but definitely, you know, like BMW, maybe Mercedes, but Mercedes also errs on the luxury side. But still, this is performance oriented. Ironically, it's a wagon that's performance oriented. You know, who'd have thunk it, right?
Yeah. Wagons are cool. America just doesn't realize that anymore.
Right, and I know some of the European makes, BMW being one, has had some wagons over.
VW, I think?
Yeah.
Do they still?
Yeah, VW has had some, and obviously Mercedes also has had some. And so these still sell in Europe. They just don't sell so well here. Again, I'm still not quite sure 100% why that is. So Volvo V60, super fast car, very sexy looking. I think sporty as all get out. I love this thing. A couple little glitches, which we kind of mentioned to you here. But pricing is what might hold me back because I don't have this big budget. $72,000 for starters, and this one just added the luggage cover in the back, so it's like $72.5. But that's a little bit steep for me. But the good news is, you know, you got 41 miles of electric charge, and you know, average that in, you're probably going to be getting, you know, 35, 40 miles per gallon on the highway after that runs out. So hey, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.